Hello Cancers, and welcome to your April pandemic forecast. I guess we have to find humor where we can find humor. Hopefully you guys are doing well. You are one of the more sensitive signs, and I think you need a big hug. So guys, I'm also trying to see at least once or twice that we kind of set some fireside chat, and not necessarily tarot reading, because I don't want this to be just me. I want it to be the group thing, that we are there for each other, especially if we'll shelter in place, we can do something. Somebody already said, hey, I can demonstrate yoga. So if you have any suggestions, if you want to participate, please drop me a note. It will be good to see what you would like to see and what you need in order to be stronger in the situation. And also, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe if something like that interests you, because the message will be sent via my community pages, so that way you will only get it if you're a subscriber. So you guys are already getting some messages. They're saying, hey, your family is extremely important to you right now. That feeling that you're protected, that feeling they're there for you, and they are there for you, and this is a really, really good thing right now. So I really like whenever I see this message coming through. 10 of Pentacles is about we are so much stronger when we are together. Woo! You also have 4 of Fire. And the first major is the Cat reversed, or the Fool reversed. Now, maybe you have done some foolish decisions, or maybe there are like some choices that you're making that could be considered foolish. We're going to see how this evolves. But needless to say, you are pushing that forward. Maybe other people are telling you shouldn't be doing this, you're doing that anyway. That kind of story, right? So we will see where this really takes us. So what else do we have here? Whoa, this is you, the Chariot. This card represents Cancer in tarot, and it's really talking about having strength of choice, having strength to choose not necessarily what is the immediate satisfaction, but sort of like what benefits you in the long run. What this in particular here means is, just remember, the Chariot was born out of Lover's card. It is number 6, and it's heading toward Strength card, which is number 8. So in the Lover's card, that was like opportunity for a choice. Where do you want to go? Do you really want to go in a direction of this beautiful lady that was shown in the picture, or do you really need to find out more about this life on this planet, right? On your journey. An angel is asking, basically. So in this moment, there is like this choice. I need to move forward. I need to push forward. Look at this, feeling enlightenment, saying, I'm going to learn all of that, and I'm going to go back to the beautiful lady, right? Or the beautiful man. So there is like this essence of, there's like something more I need to do in life. And like what most signs don't know, because most signs see Cancer as slow. Oh, no, no, no. Yes, you may go kind of backwards, like the little kind of crab. But when you make your decision, you are the fastest one from all the freaking signs. Chariot rules or Knights in tarot. And Knights are the fastest, basically, what it's going, when something needs to go. So you are not anymore into, I want to get along, because this is about teamwork when it's upright, but it came reversed. So you are realizing that maybe there are things that you really need to do on your own, and you need to kind of like really present them in a different way. Maybe you feel that this is not necessarily being a party pooper, but it's maybe sometimes it's just too much beating around the bush, too much coming back, running in circles, and you're saying, okay, it's been enough. I need to get out of it. This is suppressing me. The energy is not there. I need to figure out what to do that, right? So hence you're basically making quote-unquote executive decision in a situation. Yeah, and that's basically rocking everybody's boat. Tower shows up, and guess what? This is 7. This is 16. And 1 and 6 is, yep, 7. So this is the higher vibration of your card. That's basically where it is. It goes from this beautiful, basically Cancerian energy into Mars energy, into kind of like really, and here we see Chariot. He's a warrior, right? He goes in the battle. He not afraid. But here, certain things are collapsing. Certain things are not built the way it should be built. Maybe it's your understanding, well, you know, I maybe wanted to stay, because in a 6 it's a choice. It's not necessarily choice, choosing a person, right? But it could be two different things. It could be just that in your head, could be two different people, could be two different events, could be two different paths, right? Could be yes or no. But here you're realizing that choosing something would actually take a domino effect, right? Or it maybe took a toll on you so much that you have been staying maybe in unhealthy situation for a while, and that maybe was not what basically the doctor prescribed, right? Because there was like some moment of clarity, and I think that really set you off. This is one of my karma card. Ace of Swords is victory. It's clarity. It's truth. It's speaking your own words. It's just kind of like moving forward. Something really needs to move forward. Maybe you have too many cooks, and too many cooks spoil the broth, kind of a thing. And now you're saying, okay, I heard everything. I think I overdosed on everything. Like, it's almost like you over prepared on something and you are just fed up with this. But this means it's either you that is creating the situation, or the situation is created for you, so hence you are springing into action. So we are going to clarify that Tower later. And that also connects to you, the priestess, the high priestess. Can you see this little moon here, right? The crescent moon is here. She is highly intuitive. It's this very important card because it connects to you, but it's reversed. It's not about intuition. It's kind of really hard for you to truly know, or maybe you don't even care to see which person benefits you, which person doesn't benefit you, because that would be that, you know, she sorts things out. Good comes here, bad comes here, sort of like she's standing in between these two proverbial things. Here's the amethyst, and amethyst is the highest vibration, right? That high vibration is like, okay, am I settling? Am I doing this because of some immediate kind of like reasons, or is this really something that is really good for me in the long run, right? My mom used to say, we are not rich enough to buy cheap stuff. So she would always make sure that we have top quality clothes, so we don't have to replace it very often. So that's why basically she saved money ultimately. So same thing here. You are kind of like more or less looking into, I need to work on it right now. It's that stuck energy or thinking through it. I'm over it. I'm actually going forward. It's also something very spiritual. Your values are going to be defined and worked on to be different in a different way. So this is your immediate future. So it's a sky tone. These are the words. This could be an air sign. So you have this air kind of like mirroring each other over here, and it simply can talk about needing to air things out, needing to express what you want, what you need. Or maybe there is like this conflict, proverbial conflict. You all of a sudden you're not this good soldier. You have a mind of your own, because we did see that family influence, right? And you're like claiming your turf, you're claiming your will, you're claiming who you are, your personality. And somebody says, no, no, no. Like, we are going to return you back to how you were working for us. And they don't understand. You have changed. You have changed. You are never going to be the same way as before. You know what they say? You never step in the same river twice. You have changed. Maybe you are not even interested in that intuitive read anymore. Maybe you just don't care anymore. This is going to be about somebody trying to claim what they think is theirs. This could be even you telling somebody really off. But ultimately, deep in heart, you're still this sweet, gorgeous being who is willing to accommodate and kind of like help. This to me is the ultimate friendship card. Look at this. We have the sea lion and the two pretty cats. Like, really enjoying this friendly company. So it's 3 of Cups. And 3 of Cups is like gathering and getting together. And it's really weird. It's almost like these two cards would work together, but it was like this. So maybe after all, you come around and say, it's really weird. It's kind of like caught on my band and it started to spin. So almost like it to be different meaning. So this means that still in the end, people who you're connected to emotionally, you really want to hold them close. It's going to be very, very important for you. And let's see what about them. And they're going to feel the same way. You're going to really energize other people. So it's going to be a little bit hissing and scratching, but it's going to come back in a really good way. It's almost like you need to shift your things and shift your recipe, and the recipe is like so much better, right? And there's like this ta-da celebration. So there's somebody emerging over here, whether or not it's the partner that you already know or somebody who's going to really shine and sparkle. This is really, really good card. Like Fire Queen is the best for dating. So it's somebody showing up who is showing also without a mask, and that's a truly good person. And it's really good, especially when it falls in this basically sector. And then we have hopes and fears. You have Five of C. Of course you have Five of C, right? So Five of C is about, look, the kitty is in this beautiful Greek island. We are all envious. It's sort of practicing social distancing, but was really tempted with these fishes over here. And we can see this embarrassment. And anybody who owns a cat knows the cats can be very, very embarrassed. And now, why are you looking at me? No, you didn't see it. None of that happened, kind of a thing. But there is like forgetting to see where exactly you are. Let's put this all in perspective. You're on this beautiful Greek island. Everybody's really envious. So kind of like we would minimize this. And this is kind of like in this category, you are looking at the card both upright and reversed. Because here is really telling that, hey, you know, you really shouldn't, you have nothing to worry. You're still worried that something might not really work out, that something might make you very vulnerable, or maybe you're still dealing with something from the past, or this kind of like, you don't like these Tower moments. You are not necessarily a sign that's going to be big on arguing. You might actually do that for a while, but it's going to start to wear you down, where you really charge your energies with having close ones, even if it's kind of like completely sitting in silence. It's really, really important for you. So direction this month is Demon Kitty. Look at how proud he is that he killed this birdie. I don't know, maybe the birdie is not killed, but injured. It came reversed. When it's reversed, it's really saying, it's really interesting. It's 15. 1 and 5 is 6. That's the Lover's card, right? That's kind of like where you started. So it looks like you're coming back to full circle. You kind of ventured out to kind of like assert yourself, to set your own rules, to set your own conditions. But then that somebody else also realized, okay, maybe I pushed too much, and maybe, you know, he or she needs to have the space and needs to have that understanding that they're like their own, each own person, and I need to work on my own issues, right? Versus me controlling the situation because it looks like somebody tried to control you, right? Because when this reverses, this control, these chains are falling off. They're not there. There's like the understanding of what things are working out and what things are not working out, and how things need to be. If any level of codependency you have, if you're dealing with a narcissist, right, that is coming to the surface, and you're saying, no, no, not me, and I really don't care what you want, but this is what I want. If you think we can work within serving what I need, we can work on this. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. But I really think things are going to actually really, really work out for you. Really, really well. So let me check this tower, and let me check that demon kitty over there. Not kitty, can be a demon, right? Scholar. Think through your decisions. Think really, really through your decisions. Ask advice of somebody, or look at this. Here I have the same card over here. These two cards are, you need to research what you want. You need to really figure out what you want to say and how you want to say it. It's always good to approach the resolution of this thing in a very playful way, in a gentle way. You might have an elderly woman who, like, you know, she's sitting on this book where he is reading this big book. That's because she has this book in her little finger, and that is really, really important for her. So just keep that in mind. Sorry guys, my phone rang, and in the meantime we got the little furry visitor here. Like, it just needs to kind of like really figure out for us what we need to know. And alright, so let's check the demon cat, the devil reversed, which means you're taking your chains out, You kind of like are really tired of things. Oh my gosh, look at this. Love reversed. Well, Thief reversed. House. There is another Tower reversed, and there is like this Lover. So it's really connecting to somebody and something that may be toxic. Maybe you're living with someone and you're feeling that they are taking and taking and taking out things from you, or you are feeling that you know, like it's maybe too costly. It's maybe too high price to pay for that. There's like something like that. It's clearly for you. House. It's very important card when it shows up for you. It means you clearly want that peace in home. Remember, like I mean, this Ten of Pentacles coming through. It's coming full circle over here. Misfortune is almost like Tower, except it's a little bit worse. When it reverses is equally bad, unlike in tarot, right? Here, like people are dying inside because they actually really didn't jump out in time. Also, this is clear warning to you guys to beware of fire. Make sure you double check, triple check stuff around you. It could be also somebody breaking in, but this can be somebody stealing your heart as well. But make sure they're good for you. Remember how basically I said you really are this time very independent. You have this independent thought and independent action, but overall you're a big teddy bear, and as a big teddy bear, people do take advantage of you. So make sure you stay the course. Make sure you get what you want. You're not going to have lots of intuition this month, but you're going to have bravery in spades, and that's going to be what it counts. So just step on the gas and keep moving forward. Love you, Cancer. If you want a reading with me, contact me at cattarot.ca or mysticcattarot@gmail.com. And I wish you really well for this month. Don't forget to leave your comments and notes about what you would like to hear in that fireside chat. It would be good to know, and it maybe will be something beneficial for you as well. Love you. I'll talk to you soon.